I'm having my good moments and my bad moments today. I slept late. I stayed up late. I couldn't sleep, so I stayed up and I watched a little bit of TV. And then I looked at my phone and looked at some stuff on TikTok. And boy, that can be depressing. There's good stuff on there, but there's a lot of negative stuff too. If you watch too much of it, it can affect you pretty good if you let it. Sometimes I let it. But I'm here tonight just to drop in and say hello and all that and let you know I'm okay. And I'm hoping you are. This just doesn't go away, does it? This grief. When you love someone like I did, or I do, like my wife, you just don't get over that right away. I've looked at some of my videos from the past and I forgot what I forgot what I said and how I was in some of those, and I can see anxiety, fear, depression, sadness. I see all that. Uncertainty, loneliness, doubt, unbelief. Yeah, I went through the whole thing. The whole gamut of operation there for grief. I went through it. Probably most of it. See, prior to that, I had lost my father, my wife's mother, an uncle just before my wife, and my stepmother preceded my my brother and mother were just before that, and sister, and there were others too, friends and other family. Just so many, you know. When you get to a certain age, they just all disappear, start dropping off. Doesn't sound good when you say it that way, but they do. They drop out of sight, you know, and I mean, out of your world into the next. Which I'm praying it's heaven for them. I think most of them, if not all of them, will be there when I get there. My wife is there right now. She's with Jesus. Maybe not exactly with him at the moment, but I don't know what time is like there. You know, she could talk to Jesus for 1,000,000 years and it wouldn't be any time at all, would it? I can't understand all that. I don't try to think about that too much. I look at what the Bible says and what other people say, what they think it means, and then I take what I think it means. Based on all that, I make my own decisions. I pray about it and ask God to show me, you know. And I think, I don't know, I think I'm as right as anyone else, mostly, on a lot of issues, things, interpretations, maybe. I don't always get it right. And I'll let you know if I ever don't. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know. I'll let someone know. You see, I want to do the right thing and I want to say the right thing. And that's one reason why I don't talk about religion. And actually, religion is man trying to please God. That's the definition of it. When you ask Jesus into your heart, you can't please him except when you ask him into your heart. That's how you please him. That's what he wants. You can't do enough to earn your way into heaven. It's only by grace. through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, lest anyone should boast about it. I've mentioned before, I'm not a Bible student. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm just somebody who believes. And when you see a lot of death around you, it'll do one of two things. It'll draw you near or chase you away. Some people it chases away because they can't understand it. And I look at some of those people and their stories, and I can understand how they feel that way. The things they have gone through, I've felt that way before. And I haven't gone through near as much as what some of these people I've seen and heard have. And the way he operates for each one of us is not always the same. The things that happen in our lives, I mean. The gospel is always the same. That part, I believe, I know is true. But the things that happen to some of us, man, I feel truly blessed that they haven't happened to me. I've had a lot happen to me, things I don't talk about. There's things I've done that I'm ashamed of. I'm no angel. I thank God that he saved me when I was young, because he protected me. I should have been dead I don't know how many times. The things I've did and the stupid things I've done. Having no fear when you're young is one thing a lot of younger people do. They just don't see it. They think they're going to live forever. And then one day, something happens to a friend or family, and they start thinking about it, you know. And then another, and then another. Pretty soon they're really thinking about it. They're either turning away from it, or they're drawing near to it. I found out that God uses tragedies in our lives to bring us to him. That's his desire, for us to come to him. Yeah. Some of you have been watching my journey and commenting back and forth to each other, and you sort of know each other a little bit, and I'm happy for that. And you kind of know me a little bit too. I wish I could shake your hand, give you a hug, some of you, you know. The things you say to me and to others, I read it, you know, and God bless you. God be with you. Whatever your journey is like right now, whether you're at a point even a year or two later where you're still in a bad spot. You're hurting every day. Maybe not all day, but every day real bad. Some of you are. I'm not like that right now. I may be like that tomorrow or a week from now. Maybe some days where I get like that. It will happen, I think. And I'm not going to try to stop it. I'm going to let it go and play its course, run its course. That's what grief needs to do. And God will help me through it. And he'll help you too. Most everything is still where she put it. I haven't touched it. A few things I've had to, but I don't plan to. I will have to eventually, just to organize and downsize. I don't want to do it because I know it's going to tear me up, but we have to do these things. We'll do them when we're ready. You'll do it when you're ready, and not before. Unless you really have to, you don't have to hurry. And if some of you are lucky enough to have family that can help you when your time comes to do it, that'll be a blessing. I'm pretty much on my own with this, but I'll get it done. There's a lot of Cindy's family I dearly love. So dear in my heart. And a lot of this stuff's going to go to them, to the grandkids, since we didn't have kids. Her sister and 2 brothers, they have kids. And their kids had kids. So there's a family there. And I have cousins, dearly loved. And there's my step family too. My dad's 3rd wife and her kids. They have their own kids. And some of their kids are having kids now. So, you know, it goes on. And they're very special too. I love them too. I don't really see them much because it's just too hard to be around anybody still for me, other than the people with the grief groups that I'm connected to, and a few others, perhaps. Well, maybe I'm going on a little bit too long here. I don't know how long this is already. I'll have to edit some of it, I guess. Make it a little bit shorter. But there's a lot of you hurting out there, and I'm praying for you. Whenever I, get a text from you, anybody, I pray for you. It's not the words, I think, or the length, or the amount. I think it's just your heart that God listens to and hears a heartfelt prayer. And I know some of you pray for me. God bless you for it. That's probably why I'm still here and doing this and doing all right. Yeah. Thank you. Wherever you are tonight, whatever you're doing. You may see this in the morning. You may not see it for a few days, but wherever you are, whatever you're doing, may God richly bless you and cover you in His mercy and grace. This world is really crazy right now. And if you let all the negativity bother you and you watch too much TV and news, it can really bother you, especially with this grief you're going through. Now, if you're going through it and you're new, you're probably not even paying attention to it. But if you've been going through grief for a while, you do open the door for it a little bit, and you start to pay attention to what's going around out in the world, and don't let it bother you. God's in charge. Nothing's going to happen unless He allows it. There's nothing much we can do about that other than pray and vote, perhaps. Not happy with things. So, anyway, wherever you are, thank you, and God bless you, and have a blessed night or a blessed day. Okay? Alrighty. Good night. Bye-bye. My wife's flowers. All these stuff planted all over the yard. Some of these I planted. Last year, I bought for it. I got the gift. There's some more. Many more coming up, different spots. Just don't have the blooms yet. They will. I don't even know what this is. Tulip, maybe? I think so. brush pile. I was supposed to move those for her last year. Put them out front and every day. Now they're under all this brush. Now maybe I'll do that this year. This area here is her flower garden. She grew her flowers for the fair and for wreaths and for just to grow for other people and for us and for her. Nothing in there now.